Okay, Mary Stella High, CA1, Primary 6, Paper 1. So for booklet A, I'll be going through selected questions. The first question I would like to go through is question number 3. So question number 3 is a very typical comparison of fraction. So when you compare fraction, usually there's 2 ways to go about it. When you either make all the denominators the same, or you make the numerator the same. So there's basically these 2 methods. So which one should you make the same, numerator or denominator? You should look at the fractions that's available here. So in this case, we have 4 fractions and comparing to this 1/4. So you have to decide which is the easiest to do. So from this, if I compare the numerator, all of them, this is 2, this is 4, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 1. So the lowest common multiple, 2, 4, 1, and 2, 4, and 1 is 4. So it's pretty easy to make numerator the same. However, if you look at the denominator, 1 is 9, 7, 8, 11, and 4. To find the lowest common multiple of these 4 numbers is pretty difficult. So it's quite obvious. The strategy is to make the numerator the same. So let's make the numerator into 4. Okay, so this will be 4/18 times 2. This will be 4/7. This will be times 4 over 8 times 4, 32. And this is 2 times 4, 2 times 2, 4, 4, 11 times 2, 22. So then I make this to 4/16. So if I compare this, the lowest, the largest fraction will be this number, the one with the smallest denominator. And you compare this 3 with this. This is the only fraction that's larger than 4/16. So answer is 4/7, or answer is 2. So the other question I want to go through is question number 14. Question number 14. The rest is pretty easy. Let's go through question 14. Okay, so if you look at question 14, to do question 14, you need to know the formula of triangle. Area of triangle is half times base times height, right? So in this question, PU is equal to US, PU is equal to US, and mark this to indicate that equal. QV is equal to VR, QV is equal to VR, and the midpoint of PQ, T is the midpoint of PQ, so these 2 are equal. Now, if I draw this down, it will mean that SR is twice PT. See that? SR is twice PT, right? Now, if you look at triangle PUT and triangle USR, you'll notice both have the same base. This and this, their base are equal. So you look at the formula, they have this half times same base. Now look at the height of PUT. Okay, the height here is 1 unit, and the height of USR is 1, 2, or rather twice that of triangle PUT. So if the height is twice that of, if the height of USR is twice that of, height of USR is twice that of PUT, but both have the same base, I can say that the area of USR is twice that of triangle PUT. So if this is 90, this will be 180. All right. Now let me clear this. Now let's compare triangle TQR and triangle PUT. You will notice both of them have the same base. Let me see. Let me draw this. They both have the same base. Let's call this the base of this triangle. This is the base of triangle TQR. This is the base of triangle. This is the base of triangle PTU, and this is the base of triangle TQR. Right? And they both have the same base. Now let's look at their height. Triangle TQR, the height is 2 units. 1, 2. PUT is 1 unit. Right? So I can say that a triangle of TQR, the height of a triangle of TQR is twice that of a triangle PUT. If they both share the same base and the height is twice the other triangle, the area will also be twice the other triangle. All right. Clear this and continue. Now, the question provides that the area of PQR is 720. So if I use 720, which is the area of the rectangle, I take away the 3 triangle. First one, 90. Second one, 180. Third one, 180. What I would be left with will be this triangle. This triangle TUR, which is what the question wants. Okay, this triangle TUR. And that will gives you 270. This answer 3. Okay. I also want to go through question number 15. Question number 15 is a typical equivalent proportion question. Okay. How do you know it's equivalent proportion? It's quite obvious. The questions will always describe a fraction being equal to another fraction. You see, half of Ahmad's money savings is equal to 2/5 of Brian's savings. So it is a fraction equal to another fraction. So how you go about doing this is like this. Half of Ahmad's money is equal to 2/5 of Brian. So in the equivalent proportion question, you always make numerator the same. Okay. This is something you learned in primary 5. So now that numerator the same, the denominator will represent their total, which means Ahmad has a total of 4 units, Brian has a total of 5 units. Now, look for a value. The value given is 1260, which represents their total. Therefore, these two add up must be equal to 1260. Okay, so 9 units must be equal to 1260. 1260 divided by 9, you get the value of 1 unit. That's 140. Question is, how much money did Brian save? Brian is this. So 5 units. 5 times 140. And that gives you 700. So that's the answer. 3. Okay, now I'm going through paper booklet B, and I'll go through every question in paper booklet B. Okay. Write 9 million. So what you have to do is 9 million, write it down. 9 million, 60, 200, and take note of this N, 206,000. So put 3,000 here, and 30. Add up together. Slowly, do it slowly. You'll get 9,206,030. Okay, that's the answer. So express 0.038. Now, question 17, express 0.03 as a percentage. So from decimal to percentage times 100%, from fraction to percentage times 100%, from percentage the other way around, divide by 100. Okay, so remember, this is basic. So times 100%, 20, move 2 times to the right. So you get 3.8%. So this is 9206030. So let's do all this one. Question 18. Always simplify the ratio. Okay, so look at this one. 24:15. Always simplify the ratio to the simplest form. So divided by 3, 8 divided by 3, 5. So this is the simplest form. So without a calculator, when you simplify to the simplest form, you must always divide by prime number until none of the prime number can be divided. What are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7. So always divide by these 5, 4 numbers. Test them until none of the prime number can be used to divide. Then that will be the simplest form. All right. So 8:5, and then you compare that to 40:2. Right. So 8 times 5. So 5 times 5. So this will be 25. And that's the answer. All right. Now let's continue with question. Express 1 and 7, 9 as decimal. So 1 is okay. So let's focus on the 7, 9. 7, 9 is just basically a long division. 7, 9, okay? There's no shortcut about this, just long, plain, or long division. So 7 times 9, 63. Bring down the 0. Again, 7 times 9, 63. Okay, they want 2 decimal place. You need to do until the 3rd decimal place, okay? And 7 times 9 again, 63. So good enough. The question asks for 2 decimal place. You only need to do 3 decimal place. So it's 1.777 approximate to 1.78. Okay, yes, answer. Let's go on to question number 20. Question 20 is pretty easy. Huh? So what you do is, this is a preliminary work, but you need to show the correct presentation. Always use a timeline, never use plus or minus. So don't ever do this. Don't ever do 6:27 p.m. plus 45 minutes. Okay, don't. This will be marked wrong. Do this. Even though your mind may be thinking this way, but present it like a timeline. 6:27 p.m. All right. So I always do in stages. So go to 7 p.m. I need from here, from 6:27 to 7 p.m. It is 33 minutes. Okay. So then you still got 45. You got 45 minutes, right? How many more minutes to go? 45 minus 33. You have 12 minutes more to go. So another 12 minutes. And that will give you 7:12 p.m. Oh no, sorry. The question asked for 24-hour clock. So it's 1912. Okay. Now let's look at question 21. So question 21 has a few key information. Isosceles triangle, which means this length is equal to this length. Okay, AED isosceles. So I can, what I'll do is I will mark it, mark it. So be careful. This marking represents EA and ED, not just this portion. Don't be tricked by your own drawings. Now, and then this is a parallelogram. Parallelogram means this is parallel to this, and this is also parallel. So in a parallelogram, the rule is this, right? The properties of parallelogram is like this. If they are parallel, this angle is equal to this angle. All right? They are equal. So if this 107, this has to be 107. So 107 minus 43, I'll get this portion, this angle. And that gives me 64. So this is 64. Right? Now, if this is 64, this will also be 64. Because it's isosceles triangle. Now, another property of a parallelogram is this. This angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degrees. So 107 plus this angle must be 180 degrees. right? And clear this. This angle plus this angle must be 180 degrees. And we found out that this is 64 earlier. So 180 minus away 107 minus away 64, you will get the required angle 9 degrees, which is this angle, 9 degrees. Okay, let's continue to question number 22. So Madam City bought 0.9 kilogram of prawns at $36.45. How much did 100 grams of prawns cost? So look here, this is in grams, this is in kilograms. Always work on one unit. Don't work on two different types of units. So I will work on the grams. I will not work on kilograms because there's decimal if I work on kilograms. So I prefer not to work on decimal. So everything I convert to grams. So 0.9 kilograms convert to grams will be 900 grams, right? So 900 grams costs $36.45, right? 100 grams will basically this $36 and $36.45 divided by 9. Right, 900 and 100 I divided by 9. So do a long division. $36.45, do a long division divided by 9. 4 times 9, 36. 0, bring down a 4. You know what? Bring down the 5. 5 times 9, 45. So it's 4.05. 4.05. And that's the answer. Pretty simple. Let's continue with question number 23. Okay, this is an interesting question. So the solid below was dipped completely into a pail of blue paint. It was then cut into 3 identical cubes. You can see the 3 identical cubes in this figure and taken apart. The total unpainted area was 100 cm square. What was the volume of each cube? Now, so first, the unpainted area is the area covered up by the 3 cubes. So in this cube, the first cube, how many sides has been covered up? 1, right? The one that's below, 1. So now look at this cube. How many sides has been covered? 2, 1 over here and 1 over here. Okay, then look at this cube. How many sides has been covered? 1, this side. So altogether, 4 sides has been covered. And these 4 sides will be unpainted. The question provides that the unpainted areas is 100 square centimeter. So each unpainted area is 25 square centimeter. So given area of a square, we find the sides. So each side of the square is 5 centimeter. Right? 5. Now, what's the volume of a cube? Volume of a cube will be length times breadth times height. 125. So answer is 125. Now let's look at question number 24. So a floral shop has 400 flowers. 30% of them are roses and the rest are sunflowers. So roses to sunflowers. If 30% are roses, 70% will be sunflowers. Right, simplify. 3:7. Always simplify. Now, there are 400 flowers. So the total here must be equal to 400. Total is 10 units. So 1 unit will be 400 divided by 10. This is the value of 1 unit. 40 is the value of 1 unit. Now, how many sunflowers, okay, sunflowers, does the flower shop have. So we look at the sunflowers. This is sunflowers, 7 units. So 40 times 7, 280. So this is the number of sunflowers. Now let's look at question number 25. So question 25, Hui Ming had 50 meters of ribbon. She cut the ribbon into as many equal pieces as possible. Each piece of ribbon was 4/5 meter. How much was the ribbon? How much of the ribbon was left after that? So first of all, the ribbon is 15 meter, right? And each piece is 4/5 meter. So how many pieces can 15 meter cut? How many pieces of 4/5 meter can be provided by 15 meter? Very easy, you divide it by 4/5 meter, right? So you learn how to divide a fraction where you convert division into a fraction, into a multiplication, convert division into multiplication, and then the fraction on the right of the division, you flip it upside down, okay? So you will get 75 over 4. So 15 times 5, 75. And then wait, we can remove the meter sign. Because meter divided by meter is nothing left. Now, if you continue, you will make it to next number, you get 18 3/4. How do you interpret this 18 3/4? 50 meter divided by 4/5 meter. You will get 18 pieces of 4/5 meter and 3/4 pieces of 4/5 meter. So it's 3/4 of 4/5 meter. 3/4 piece, okay? So one piece is 4/5 meter, 3/4 piece will be 3/4 times 4/5. And you get 3/5. So this is the remainder. That is not a complete piece, right? How much of ribbon was left after that? So this is the remainder. After you take out 18 pieces of 4/5 meter, you're left with 3/4 of a 4/5 meter. And that will be the remainder, 3/5. So answer is 3/5 meter. Now let's look at question number 26. So the usual price of a sofa set was 650. Salim bought it at a 20% discount. How much did Salim pay for the sofa set? Okay, 100%, you get a 20% discount. You only need to pay 80%. Easy. So the value of 80%, value of this at 80% will be 80 over 100 multiplied by 650. Okay, then do a cancellation. Cancel the 0. So you left with 8 times 65. And then you'll get 520. Okay. So okay, cancel the 0 in the same fraction, as well as the denominator of the 0 over here. You can cancel against the numerator of the number on the right. 650 is actually 650 over 1. Okay, let's continue with this question. Let me get my answer out. Okay, let me clear this. So let's look at this. The table below shows the number of books borrowed by a class of 40 students. So there's a total of 40 students. The percentage of students borrow at least 2 books. So at least 2 books means 2 or more. So these are the 2 or more. So number of students that borrow 2 or more books will be 13 plus 8 plus 3. And that gives you 24. So percentage will be 24 over 40 multiplied by 100%. that will give you. Okay, if you have without a calculator, you simplify divided by 8, you get 3. Divided by 8, you get 5. So it's 3/5 times 100%. And then you'll get 60%. Now let's continue with question number 28. Question 28 is a guess and check question. It's quite tedious. So the difference, the question says that the difference in the area of the two squares below is 28 square centimeter. Find the length of AB. So I know that the difference between these two squares is 28. So what are the possible areas of these two squares? So I know it's a square. So it's either 1 times 1 or 2 times 2, 3 times 3. So let's list down. These are all the possible dimension of the squares. 64. Stop at 9. Okay. Now, next, what you need to do is you need to look at this series of 9 numbers. Look at these numbers. Then you try to pair them up and see which of these has a difference of 28. Okay, so this is the part where you have to do visual mental calculation, visual assessment, and test. Okay, so I will just give you the answer. So basically what I did was I go 16 minus 9. Oh, it's not 28. No, skip. 25 minus 9. No, it's not 28. And so on. I just keep trying, right? So I'll give the answer. The answer is 64 and 36. So 64 minus 36 is equal to 28. So in exam, if you encounter a question like this, do it last. All right, because this one will take a long time. So do it last. As long as you what you need to do is list out the possible dimensions. Then the tedious part of comparing the values to get 28, you do it last. Do all the other questions first, then come back and do this slowly. Okay. So answer 64 minus 36. 36 is equal to 28, which means this is 8 times 8. And this is 6 times 6. So this is 8 and this is 6. All right. So the length of AB will be 8 plus 6, 14. Okay. Let's continue with the next question. So this is okay. You need a ruler, right? Because I'm using my iPad to draw this. I just try my best. So this is how it looks like. Always indicate. They ask you for A, B, C, D. Indicate where is the other letter, which is D. They draw it nicely. They say it's a parallelogram, so make sure you draw an arrow. Okay. Do not just stop without arrow. Without arrow, you marked wrong. Okay. Next. So Anna, Sean, Anna and Sean had some stickers. After Anna gave Sean 1/4 of stickers, Sean had twice as many stickers as Anna. They had a total of 1170 stickers altogether. How many stickers did Anna give to Sean? So after reading this, I hope you can recognize that this is a working backwards internal transfer question. So there's internal transfer and you're working backwards. So in the internal transfer question, the thing that doesn't change is the total doesn't change. So, and then this question provides you the total, 1170. So you got to make use of the total. The concept of total don't change. And it's working backwards. Okay. So I know that Anna and Sean, so this is the method. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this method. We've gone through this many times. So we leave it as a empty box first. I know that total is 1170. Now, Anna is going to give 1/4 of her stickers to Sean. So Anna minus 1/4 of Anna. Sorry, I shouldn't put this. I just put Anna minus 1/4. Let me write this. Minus 1/4 of Anna, and then this is given to Sean. Sean received 1/4 of Anna. and then this is what they have in the end. I'll leave it empty at the moment, and then their total is still 1170. We know that in the end, Sean had twice as many stickers as Anna. So Sean is 2 units, Anna is 1 unit. So from this model, you can see that 3 units, 1 unit plus 2 units is 1170. So 1 unit will be 1170 divided by 3. And you get 390. Right? So let me do this. So this is 390. So you look at Anna, just Anna. Anna give 1/4 of her stickers away. She's left with 390. If she give 1/4 away, means 390 got to be 3/4 of what she had. Right? Then 1/4 of what she had will be 390 divided by 3. 130. The question asks, how many stickers did Anna give away? Anna give 1/4 away. So therefore the answer is 130. That's all. Okay, that's all. And then next week we'll be doing the paper 2. So thank you for your time. If any questions, do ask your class teacher. All right. Thank you.